we are on our way in the morning. We're on our way to San Antonio. We ended up at what was it called? Cruces. We ended up at Las Cruces, I think is how you pronounce it, in New Mexico, and we're heading to San Antonio this morning. So it's about 8. We're gonna go see him, and we're about halfway through our journey home at this point, I think. The other thing we're gonna do at Michael's house is wash our cars. These things are so ridiculously dirty from the last 3,500 miles, it's not even funny. So I have so many bugs, it's gonna take me a while.
Okay.
I am super happy I will work mates on this trip.
Here to the right, it's spinning around like crazy. So obviously we've hit a ton of bugs in the last, what, how many miles? 3,000 roughly? Maybe more?
30, I think we're 35.
3,500 miles. But I just popped the hood to check the oil. The bugs are going through the grate and hitting the intake and splattering all over it. Pretty funny.
Yeah, same.
It's perfect. Right where we left it, right at the fill line. Or the max line, I'm sorry.
Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm.
93! We got 93. They got 93! This is the first time we've seen 93 octane since, I think, Kansas.
Kansas.
You! I took you out once, and I'm gonna do it again. I'm calling you out, right here, right now. Everything on the line. You down?
The construction zone with KA man screaming. Where is it coming from? Unless he has jammers. That might have jammers.
I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah, he just told me where we're about to street race, so like he does this. It's still going crazy, man. I don't know, I don't like it. I don't want to take off with that.
100% chance she's not gonna try to race.
She's in, man. She's in. He might be upset if we do that.
But will he though? How many other times are you gonna drive down here?
Well, at least rev it. We might do a burnout when we leave. Oh, he said he has a surprise for Dolphins teams. Okay.
Welcome to Texas, y'all. Damn.
Sorry we had to...
I heard that first. I was like, that sounds like a flat motor.
It's Justin from Horsepower Obsessed. I know him. It's no big deal. But we were in his driveway, and I backed out, and it had like, I didn't realize it was such a steep bump. I didn't scrape really coming in, but I came in at an angle, and I backed out straight, and I smashed the whole front lip. And what it did is the inner fender well goes up and under, and it had to have like, it was sitting like this, and then it like picked that up, and then it was sitting under the lip. And then eventually just went like that with the wind. And we were driving, and Tyler was behind me, and I heard like this, like something was catching the wind, like you could hear it, and then all of a sudden it just went, whoo, and like a chunk of something flew back. I was like, hey, something fell off my car. He's like, yeah, I saw that.
Where there was once bugs, there is now. That's actually stupid cool.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. This is taking much more elbow grease.
Yeah.
I mean, on the film, it's not bad.
We have 4,000 miles on this road trip. It was completely destroyed, filthy everywhere, and all we did is wash it. It's like a 15 or 20 minute wash and it looks like it's waxed, thanks to ceramic coatings.
You like that?
It's like a toothbrush.
This thing is wicked.
So I'm drying off the car. We washed it shortly before we left, so I know this wasn't here before, but what you can see is there's a rock chip through the film, and this happens from time to time. Notice it's the only one on here, and we were doing relatively high speeds at some points, especially in Utah and Arizona areas.
What do you consider high?
180 miles per hour.
How dare you?
Somewhere in Mexico, we were doing about 180, and we may have gotten that rock chip then, but basically, there's no other chips on that. That film's been on there for over 10,000 miles. That's the very first one. And the nice thing about it is, if I wanted to get rid of that, I could remove the film and it would be gone. It would have protected the paint underneath it. In this case, I'm not too worried about that one chip. So what happened?
I blew a brake line.
How?
I don't know.
It just...
I just went to go there and I felt like my pedal went right to the floor and got super squished.
That sucks.
I need to interview you.
You know what's awesome? Marshall,
What?
that didn't happen when we were going 130 approaching a turn.
Yeah.
No kidding.
We did for the last 50 hours.
So did it blow in the driveway?
That couldn't,
Yeah.
you couldn't have had a better place for that to happen.
Yeah, how about it? You can see the puddles where I was at. Whatever it is, I gotta get on a lift to work on it. You know any reputable garages around here?
I think it's the actual line. Just can't really tell what it is.
It never happened.
I can. It's to the point where the part is so cheap.
Yeah.
But it is such a pain in the to get it, and you have to bend it. And you have to do everything else.
You have to bend it.
Because if you bend it wrong, you kink it. It's not good.
The curse. Can I get out?
Yeah, you can get out now. After dark. The truck fire, the incident last night, this.
The Colorado
Yeah.
curse, though.
The Colorado curse.
that's
It's all
a place
happened
to-
since the old man.
Every bad incident happens.
Since Pikes Peak.
That's possible.
But I don't look at it as bad. I look at it as like good for the plot.
This
Oh,
is like
for sure it's good for
an
the
exciting
plot.
adventure.
Oh, yeah.
It just like, that's really gonna suck tomorrow. And that sucks for our trip because we can't go anywhere tonight.
All right, first one home.
Us.
It happened here rather than.
What if
Tell
that
the
would have
Dragon.
happened, seriously, what if that would have
Facts.
happened while we were going
You're dead.
150,
Well, okay,
130 miles
You're
an
not
hour?
dead yet, but when you're driving, that might have been leaking for an hour, but you didn't know.
Yeah.
And then what happens is you run out of fluid, and then all of a sudden you're driving
nothing.
130 and you put your foot to the floor and nothing, and you smash into the back of a tractor trailer.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been really, really bad. It was a good thing that we stopped, honestly, because it probably, I'm sure it didn't just spring a leak right there while we have time.
Yeah,
Let's
we
do
got
that.
nothing better to do, and
Let's
then
do
we
that.
just
We
walk
need a
in.
jack. Well, we're going to use your jack. Let's do it.
It would have fit the back of the truck.
anything to do with this?
Kitty, is it because of you? Did you cut his lines because you want us to stay?
What if that would have all happened while we were getting chased by a random person last night?
It was funny when we were getting chased by the random person, my check engine light came on. And I didn't say it because I was like,
You're like, no, don't add more.
Yeah, if Texas wasn't closed, we could find it.
the car,
Yeah,
having
like
a
if we
really
have
bad
a problem,
time.
this is the best one we could ever have.
What if this happened at 6 or 7 in the morning? Like we go to leave, that would suck.
What
We
if it
lose a
happened
whole
at
day of
10
travel.
p.m. or midnight on top of the Rockies in 27 degrees when we're coming down that freaking mountain?
Oh.
You'd have had to go up that runaway truck ramp. It would have been sweet.
This is the only thing I can
Things are worse than ever. It's rounded and I can't even get it with a set of pliers.
All right, so this has been not our luckiest day. Marshall's brake line's blew, so we're stuck in San Antonio. We were planning on making it to Houston tonight, but a couple of us left. We're at our buddy's house, but a couple of us left to come to the hotel, and it's all right there too. So we got in the room, and the first residence inn we were at, I usually love these places. The first one, the smoke detector wouldn't shut up, and this one is full of bugs, but they're just the roly-poly bugs. They're harmless. They're not going to do anything, but I still don't want to sleep in a place with bugs all over the place, so we're going to go figure that out.
So essentially what we're going to need somebody to work radar.
And I just got pulled over by a Texas state trooper, and believe it or not, it was not for speeding.
The number one rule of tornado chasing is you don't chase it.
I don't care about the rules because I don't know them. I'm too stupid to know them.
That's a good way to die.